There's a secret mind game men have been using for centuries. And the funny part is most women never see it coming. It's not about buying flowers, writing poems, or bending over backwards to prove your love. It's about flipping the script, making her question her own feelings, and leaving her chasing you nonstop like she's trying to solve the greatest mystery of her life. And trust me, nothing hooks a woman's mind more than curiosity mixed with uncertainty. See, the brain craves what it cannot fully understand. That's why people binge Netflix series for hours. They need to know what happens next. Women are no different in relationships. If you make yourself too easy to read, too predictable, she gets bored faster than a teenager in math class. But if you sprinkle in just enough unpredictability, she'll be glued to you, trying to figure you out like a puzzle with missing pieces. The first move in this mind game is controlled attention. Give her your energy, your charm, your humor, but not all the time. Imagine giving her 10 seconds of deep eye contact that makes her melt, and then suddenly pulling back to focus on something else, like your phone or the waiter. You just created an emotional spike. She felt the connection and then lost it. And now her mind is chasing that moment, wondering when she'll get it again. The second part is the push-pull. You compliment her, make her laugh, give her that warmth that women crave, then out of nowhere you tease her, challenge her, or playfully disagree. 1 second you're pulling her close, the next you're nudging her away. It's like giving her a taste of sugar then snatching the jar back. She'll keep coming back because her emotions are on a roller coaster, and roller coasters are addictive. Now don't get it twisted, this isn't about being a jerk, it's about being deliberate. Women chase emotional highs, and the man who knows how to give them both comfort and tension becomes unforgettable. Think about it. Does anyone crave plain water when they've got soda on the table? No, they want the fizz, the kick, the flavor. You have to be the fizz in her otherwise flat emotional life. Another layer to this game is unpredictability in communication. Instead of replying instantly to every text, sometimes you delay. Instead of saying goodnight every evening like a programmed robot, skip it once in a while. Suddenly, she's not sure if you're thinking about her, and that uncertainty drives her insane. Women chase certainty, but when you withhold it just enough, they chase you to restore balance. And let's not ignore the power of scarcity. When something feels rare, it becomes more valuable. Diamonds aren't rare because they're impossible to find, they're rare because companies limit supply. Same with you. Limit your availability. Be busy, have a life, chase your dreams, and she'll feel like earning your time is an accomplishment. Every text, every call, every meeting with you will feel like a reward. Here's the funny part. Most men do the opposite. They think, if I give her everything now, she'll love me more. Wrong. That's like handing her the whole cake before she even asked for a slice. She'll eat a little, get full, and then toss the rest. But if you give her one delicious bite at a time, she'll keep coming back, craving more, wondering when the next piece is coming. Now imagine this. She's out with her friends, phone in hand, pretending not to care if you'll text, but checking it every 5 minutes. Why? Because you didn't give her the certainty she wanted last time. That's the power of this mind game. You live rent-free in her head. Her friends are talking about some random drama, but she's wondering what you're doing, who you're with, and why you haven't messaged her yet. Of course, the ultimate twist is when you show genuine interest, but never full surrender. She feels wanted, desired, but she can't quite pin you down. It's like holding sand. The tighter she tries to grip, the more it slips away. And because humans want what they can't fully control, she'll chase harder. The beauty of this strategy is it flips the dynamic. Most men run after women, sending 3 texts for everyone she replies. But with this mind game, the tables turn. She becomes the one strategizing, the one plotting, the one replaying your words at 2 a.m. like they're her favorite song lyrics. She becomes the pursuer without even realizing it. Think of it like fishing. You don't just throw the fish the whole net. You dangle the bait, let it nibble, then pull back. The fish gets curious, bites again, and soon it's hooked. Women operate the same way emotionally. If you dangle your attention wisely, she'll bite again and again until she's the one hooked on you. And don't underestimate the power of silence. Sometimes, the best move is no move at all. A man who can sit back, relax, and let her wonder about his thoughts creates mystery. Women will fill that silence with their own imagination. And spoiler, their imagination often makes you look even more interesting than reality. Now, let's sprinkle in a joke. Imagine telling her, I'm like Wi-Fi. When I'm around, everything's smooth, but when I disappear, you're desperately searching for me. She'll laugh, but deep down, she knows it's true. That little analogy sticks in her mind, reinforcing the chase. Another part of this game is subtle competition. When she sees that other women notice you, laugh at your jokes, or respect your presence, she feels an unspoken pressure to prove herself. It's not about cheating or being disloyal. It's about showing you're valuable. Humans fight harder for things others also desire. She'll chase because she doesn't want to lose to invisible rivals. Here's where it gets fun. When she finally chases, don't give in too quickly. Make her work for it. The chase is the thrill. If you surrender the prize too early, the game ends. Keep her chasing by always leaving something more to discover. A story she hasn't heard, a side of you she hasn't seen, a dream you haven't fully shared yet. Eventually, she'll realize you're not like other men. You're not desperate, you're not predictable, and you're not easy to fully figure out. And that's when the magic happens. She becomes addicted. She starts texting first, planning dates, seeking your approval. She invests more because she feels emotionally hooked. The funniest part? She'll think it was all her idea. She'll swear she was the one who chose you, who pursued you, who wanted you from the start. Meanwhile, you'll just smile knowing you played the game right, not with lies, but with psychology. And psychology always wins. The real trick with this mind game is understanding that women don't fall for men who are always available. They fall for men who feel like a challenge, a puzzle, or a prize. And let's be honest, nobody brags about winning the participation trophy. They brag about the hard-earned gold medal. You want to be that medal, the thing she brags about catching. Have you ever noticed that when you don't text her right away, suddenly she's the one blowing up your phone? That's not an accident. That's her brain running wild with possibilities. Is he busy? Is he with someone else? Did I say something wrong? Her imagination is your best teammate. Let it work for you while you relax and sip your coffee. What makes this game powerful is the cycle of reward and withdrawal. You give her attention when she least expects it, then you take it away just as suddenly. Her emotions go up and down, and she gets hooked. It's the same principle casinos use. Nobody gets addicted to winning every single time. People get addicted to the unpredictability of it, and women get addicted to you the same way. A lot of guys mess this up because they think consistency means texting "Good morning, beautiful" every single day like clockwork. No, my friend, that's not romance, that's customer service. She doesn't want a routine text bot. She wants a man who surprises her. One day you text her a flirty line at 2 p.m., another day you go silent for 24 hours. Suddenly she's wondering when and how you'll strike next. And here's the funniest part. When she finally texts you asking, "Why didn't you text me yesterday?" You just smile and say, "Oh, I figured you were busy." That simple line flips the frame. Instead of you chasing her attention, she's chasing yours, trying to explain herself. That's the psychology of power. But don't confuse this with coldness. The mind game works because you mix warmth with distance. You give her a taste of your charm, your humor, your presence, then you disappear like a magician. She's left replaying your words, your smile, your vibe, and wondering when she'll get more of it. That's what makes her chase. Think of it like seasoning food. Too much salt and it's ruined. Too little and it's bland. But the right amount makes it addictive. Your attention is the seasoning in her emotional diet. A sprinkle here, a pinch there. Suddenly she can't stop craving you. Another fun twist? Give her compliments that sound like puzzles. Instead of saying, "You're beautiful," say, "You've got that kind of beauty that doesn't even know it's dangerous." Now she's left wondering what you mean, why it's dangerous, and how you see her. Compliments like that don't just land. They echo in her head. And when you combine that with playful teasing, the effect doubles. She says, "I miss you," and you reply, "Of course you do, I'm unforgettable." It's funny, it's confident, and it makes her want to prove you right. You just turned her statement into a chase. Scarcity is another weapon. When you're truly focused on your goals, your gym time, your work, your hobbies. She feels she has to compete with your purpose. That's powerful. When a man has no purpose, a woman loses interest. But when a man is driven, she feels lucky just to be part of his time. That scarcity makes her invest more. And here's a little secret. Women talk. When she tells her friends about you, she won't say, "He texts me all day, he's always available." She'll say, "He's different. Sometimes I don't know what's going on in his head." That mystery makes her friends lean in, and it makes her even more obsessed. You're not just in her life, you're in her conversations. Have you ever seen a cat with a laser pointer? It chases the light nonstop, even though it never really catches it. That's how this mind game works. You give her flashes of energy, flashes of attention, flashes of charm, but never let her fully pin you down. And just like that cat, she'll keep chasing because the thrill is too good to stop. The key is that you're not chasing validation from her. You already validate yourself. That confidence bleeds into how you carry yourself. When you're secure in who you are, you don't overcompensate. She feels that, and it makes her want to prove herself to you instead. Even silence becomes your ally. When you can sit across from her, lean back, and just let the moment breathe, you're showing her that you don't need to fill every gap with words. That calm energy creates tension, and tension is attractive. She'll lean in to fill the silence, and that's when you know she's hooked. And let's not forget humor. Humor is like jet fuel for attraction. When you can make her laugh and then suddenly switch to a serious stare, you create emotional contrast. One moment she's giggling, the next she's melting. That mix keeps her off balance, and that off balance keeps her chasing. Now, if you want to really twist her mind, sometimes give her exactly what she wants before she asks. She expects you to pull back, but suddenly you're attentive, affectionate, and present. Just when she thought she figured out the game, you change the rules. That unpredictability makes her chase even harder. The beauty of this whole strategy is that it's simple. It doesn't require money, looks, or status. It requires understanding how emotions work. Humans chase what they can't fully control, and women are no different. When you master the balance of giving and pulling back, you master the chase. One day she'll look at you and think, "I don't even know why I'm so obsessed, but I can't stop." That's when you know the mind game has worked. You've turned the tables. You're no longer the one trying to win her. She's the one trying to win you. The beauty of this mind game is that it plays on something women secretly love but will never admit: the thrill of uncertainty. If she knows exactly what you'll do, when you'll do it, and how you'll react, the game dies. But if she never quite knows what's coming, she'll lean forward, eager to figure you out. And nothing keeps a woman chasing more than curiosity. It's like watching a horror movie. You know something is about to happen, but the suspense makes your heart race. That's what you're creating in her emotions. Suspense. One moment you're sweet, the next moment you're cool and detached, and suddenly she's hooked on the roller coaster ride only you can provide. And here's the kicker. Women chase emotional variety, not stability. Sure, stability matters long term, but in the beginning, it's the spikes, the highs and lows that get her addicted. If every moment with you feels the same, she'll check out. But if she feels like she never knows if she's going to get the funny version of you, the serious one, or the mysterious one, she'll keep chasing. Even your body language can play into this game. When she's speaking, lean in close. Look into her eyes like she's the only person in the room. Then the next moment, lean back, cross your arms, and look away like you're deep in thought. That push and pull creates tension without saying a word. She'll lean forward to pull your attention back. Don't underestimate the power of being slightly unavailable. If she knows your whole schedule, you become predictable. But if you disappear for a day to handle your goals, and then show up again like nothing happened, she feels the gap. She missed you. That missing turns into chasing. Another trick, let her think she's winning. Sometimes you act like she's got you figured out. She'll relax, feel secure, and then you flip the script. Maybe you cancel a plan because something came up, or you surprise her with a sudden burst of affection. Now she's confused, wondering, does he like me more than I thought, or less? That confusion fuels her pursuit. Humor can be your sharpest weapon. Tease her lightly in a way that challenges her ego. If she brags, joke, "Careful, don't let your head hit the ceiling." She'll laugh, but deep down she'll want to prove herself. Women love a man who can playfully challenge them because it makes them feel alive. And here's the secret sauce. Never fully let her know how much you like her. Show it sometimes, then pull it back. Women love attention, but they chase the man whose attention feels earned. If she feels like she has to win over your energy, she'll keep trying harder and harder. Think of this like dancing. You lead, she follows. But sometimes you spin away and make her chase your rhythm. That's the flow of attraction. Back and forth, not one-sided. Too many men either smother her or ignore her completely. The real power is in the balance. Another funny analogy. You're like a Netflix series with multiple seasons. Each time she thinks she knows the storyline, you drop a plot twist. Suddenly, she can't stop watching. If you give her the whole script in season 1, she won't even bother with season 2. Keep her guessing, and she'll binge on you nonstop. Mystery is fuel for attraction. You don't need to tell her everything about your life right away. Drop hints, let her fill in the blanks. If she asks, "What are you thinking?" smile and say, "You don't want to know." Now she's hooked, trying to figure you out. Even your presence can create a chase. Walk into a room with calm confidence, not looking for her approval, and she'll notice. Women sense when a man's energy isn't desperate. She'll wonder, why isn't he looking at me? Why does he seem so self-contained? That curiosity pulls her toward you. Another part of the game is contrast. When you're warm and attentive in person, but slow and mysterious over text, she feels two sides of you. That unpredictability makes her chase, because she wants to connect both versions of you into one story. Let's add a joke here. If she complains you didn't text back fast enough, just say, "I charge per reply and your bill is getting expensive." She'll laugh, but secretly, she's thinking about how much she values your attention. Humor softens the game while still keeping you in control. And here's the truth. Women value what they invest in. If she's the one texting first, planning dates, and chasing your time, she values you more. This game works because it makes her invest. The more she invests, the more she's emotionally tied to you. The real flex is when she can't figure out if she's the one chasing you or if you're letting her think that. That little doubt keeps her in the game. She'll replay every moment, looking for clues. And the more she thinks about you, the deeper she falls. Remember, scarcity creates value. If you're not always around, she'll cherish the moments she gets with you. If you're always available, she'll take you for granted. The man who knows when to appear and when to vanish becomes unforgettable. The funniest thing is, she'll end up telling her friends, "I don't know why, but I can't stop thinking about him." And her friends will say, "Girl, you're obsessed." She'll laugh it off, but she knows it's true. That's the mind game working in full effect. The real genius of this mind game is that it doesn't even feel like a game to her. To her, it feels natural, like she's just drawn to you for reasons she can't explain. That's because you're not forcing attraction, you're creating it with psychology. And psychology always wins over effort. Most guys chase with their feet. They run behind her, calling, texting, begging for attention. But the smart man chases with his mind. He sets the trap, lays the bait, and lets her run right into it. And when she's caught, she won't even want to escape. She'll convince herself it was her choice all along. Part of the magic is timing. You don't give her attention when she expects it. You give it when it hits the hardest. Imagine she's upset or doubting herself, and you drop the perfect compliment. That moment sticks, and then you vanish, leaving her holding on to your words like a lifeline. She'll chase to feel that again. The game works because women are wired for emotional tension. If she feels too safe, too certain, she gets bored. But when she feels a mix of comfort and challenge, her brain goes into overdrive. You become her favorite mystery to solve. And the more she tries, the more hooked she becomes. Even the way you look at her can play into it. Sometimes you stare into her eyes like you're reading her soul. Other times, you look away like you're lost in your own world. That contrast drives her wild because she never knows which version of you she'll get. Don't forget, women are storytellers. They create narratives in their heads about men they like. Your job is to give her just enough material to keep writing. If she can't quite figure out what page you're on, she'll chase harder to finish the story. Think of it this way, you're not giving her closure. You're leaving doors half open, conversations half finished, feelings half shown, and the human brain hates unfinished things. That's why people can't stop humming a song if they only hear half of it. She can't stop thinking about you because you left her hanging. Here's a joke you can throw in. I'm like your favorite TV show. Just when you think you know what happens, boom, plot twist. She'll laugh, but it's true. You're training her to expect the unexpected, and that makes her want to tune in every episode. The best part is that this doesn't require lies or tricks. You're not pretending to be someone else. You're simply mastering restraint. Most men overshare, overdo, and overexpose themselves. You do the opposite. You reveal slowly, you mix signals, and you let her imagination work over time. Scarcity is still your best weapon. If she knows she can have you anytime, she won't value you. But if she feels like she has to earn your time, suddenly every moment with you feels precious. And precious things are chased, guarded, and held on too tightly. When she starts chasing, don't reward her with everything at once. Give her small victories. She texts first. You reply after a while. She plans something. You show up but still keep your cool. You're rewarding the chase without ending it. And let's be clear, women enjoy the chase more than men do. They'll never admit it, but they love the thrill of wondering, does he like me as much as I like him? That uncertainty fuels their attraction. Take away that uncertainty, and you take away the fire. Even jealousy can play a subtle role. Not the toxic kind, but the natural kind. If she sees other women smiling at you, laughing with you, or respecting you, she feels a quiet urgency to step up. It's not that she's scared of losing you. It's that she doesn't want to share the prize she's chasing. Sometimes the strongest move is no move at all. If she throws a little attitude instead of reacting, you stay calm. That calmness makes her wonder if you're unbothered or if you secretly don't care. That thought alone will make her chase to regain your attention. Another fun way to play it is with subtle compliments. Instead of saying, "You're gorgeous," say, "You look trouble, but the kind I'd risk." She laughs, but now she's thinking about what you meant. Every line is a little breadcrumb that keeps her walking down your path. Even your availability on social media can be part of the chase. You don't need to like every post or watch every story. Sometimes you skip, sometimes you react, sometimes you ignore. Suddenly she's posting things just to get your attention. That's the chase working online. The mind game also thrives on unpredictability. If she knows you'll always say yes to her plans, she won't value them. But if sometimes you're busy, sometimes you're free, and sometimes you flip the script and make your own plans, she feels like she has to adjust to you. What's powerful is when she starts questioning herself. Why am I thinking about him so much? Why do I care if he replies? Why do I want to see him again? That's when you know you're living rent-free in her mind. And the more she questions, the more she chases. Even little things like delayed replies can fuel the chase. She texts you at 7 p.m., and instead of instantly replying, you get back to her at 9 p.m. During those 2 hours, she's wondering what you're doing, who you're with, and why you're not glued to your phone like every other guy. By the time you reply, she's relieved and more invested. Even silence on your part can be magnetic. If she's ranting or playfully nagging and you just smirk without saying much, she'll chase harder to get a reaction out of you. Silence is like an invisible string pulling her closer. Remember, women don't chase men who are desperate. They chase men who feel scarce, valuable, and in control. The mind game is simply about positioning yourself as that man. Once she sees you that way, she'll run after you nonstop, trying to lock you down. And the best part of all, you don't need to fake it. Just live your life with purpose, sprinkle in mystery, control your attention, and let her imagination do the rest. The more you hold back, the more she chases. And once you master that balance, you'll never need to chase another woman again.